You join me in front of my cupboards again, where I am packing for a very exciting holiday. I'm going to Bush or Safari or Kruger or Hazy View, whatever you want to call it. And I thought you were going to join me in my packing to see how I do it, because I know everyone does their packing differently and have different methods. Because we're driving, I'm just going to do a duffel bag of clothes, a duffel bag of shoes, and a toiletry bag, and let's see how far we get. Let's go. So this is my thinking. I usually pack 2 pairs of pajamas. I tend to pack a fluffier pair if it gets very cold, or the days that you just kind of want to lounge and then change into something a bit thinner when you go to bed. So that's usually my routine when it comes to pajamas, also because we're going for a few days, so having a change of pajamas is also quite nice. And then moving on to sports clothes, because there's a golf course and a putt-putt, I thought to get some active clothes that I might like to wear. So I got myself a little sports dress, sports bra, sports shorts to wear under the dress. I've also got myself a skirt with a golf shirt if I feel like wearing that one day we play golf. And then just a little sporty, very thin jacket that I usually just wear with my sports clothes if I go for a walk or something. Then I always pack a pair of leggings, and that's kind of because I usually wear leggings as pants on holiday anyway. So got a pair of that, got a little crop top to wear with any of my outfits. More specifically, this guy, I think I'll enjoy wearing that crop top with him. Then moving on to the jerseys, the way I see it is I'm packing 2 jeans. I'm packing a light pair and a dark pair, and I usually feel like 2 jeans is good for a holiday, sometimes even 1. But for the amount we're going and the fact that it is slightly cooler being winter, I want 2 pairs. And then with those jeans, I'll mix and match with my jerseys or my tops. So I've just got a little cardigan for the days that I just want to throw something on over, especially with the dress that is coming up. So I thought those would pair quite well. Actually, let me show you. It's a little strappy number that I can't wait to wear. So I think those 2 will go pretty well together. Otherwise, also quite like this guy. I also even thought I could wear this under the strappy dress if it is a bit cold. And this plain white top always pairs quite well with either pair of jeans or a skirt if I want to take a skirt. Then always like a little jersey that I can layer up if I get a bit cold throughout the day. I love these. These are probably one of the most essential things I think anyone needs. They're inside out, so don't look at the seams. But I love these sorts of tops to wear with jeans or with skirts or even with my leggings. I think it's going to be quite a versatile option. I've got a white one or cream one and a black one. So these ones are quite essential for me, especially going to the Kruger where you're not too sure what the weather's going to be. Could be hot, it could be quite chilly, so having these options that I can always layer up with are great. This is also a nice little layering top. It's just a little jersey, but it's very thin, so wearing it with a crop top, I think this with the leggings would go pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. Similar thing here, it's also quite a thin jersey that I kind of mostly just wear as a top because it's quite flattering and I just keep the buttons all buttoned up. And I love the color, so very happy with that. And then I always pack myself a little strappy number if I feel like just wearing something a bit more summery, maybe during the day, maybe a pool day. That would be quite a nice thing to wear there. So that is my thinking when it comes to clothes for every day, and I kind of map these guys out with the number of days that we're there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. exactly the number of days that we're there, so I always have some options because I tend to wear sometimes more than one outfit as it gets cooler in the evening. I've got a jersey dress that is just comfy every day. That's probably just something I'm going to lounge in one day, or maybe like a nice afternoon. A blanket scarf, essential, because you basically have a blanket with you at all times, especially if you're doing a drive in the Kruger. It's quite nice to have something that isn't as thick as a jacket that you have to take on and off. You can kind of just wrap it around you like a blanket, but it is a blanket scarf, so if you are getting a bit cold or you stop for drinks somewhere where it's a bit windy, this is a good go-to. Of course, the Springboks are playing, so I'm gonna wear a Springbok hoodie, just got a top for under that, and then a nice jersey that I can put on top of any of my previous outfits, and quite a nice refinery one that I got quite recently, and it's nice and thick and warm, and this I can also lounge about in, and is going to be my essential jersey for the trip. So I also always pack myself a really thick jacket for the days that it's very cold. This one I love. I wish more jackets were lined with like, what is this, like fluff on the inside, because that's actually where you're need it. But this is a lovely jacket that I actually got quite a long time ago from H&M. So that is my little go-to jacket that I don't pack in my bag, but I have out in the car. And then something I do for every trip that I have is I make a little Pinterest board, and it's a little vision board of all my outfits or some inspo. So you can see I want to maybe play some tennis, leggings with jerseys and some boots, always a classic in winter. Of course, loving the tennis inspo. And of course, just the chill days, having wine by the lodge. Playing golf, of course. Mini golf as well, pretty excited for that. And of course, the drive in the Kruger itself, which will also be fantastic. But that's kind of my outfit inspo, and I always do that before any trip so that I know or have an idea of what I would like to wear. And there we go. Okay, so 2 new additions. I added a bikini and a bikini cover-up just because sometimes the sun is quite nice to lounge around the pool. And these pants, which they are technically like work pants, but I feel like they have a bit of a linen look. You can see they crease very easily because they're so thin. But I thought that would be a nice addition and quite comfortable to wear. The only problem with them is the button fell off a while ago and I couldn't find where it was, and there wasn't a backup one. And as you can see, it's not a very easy button to just put a new one on. But great news, I found it. So now I'm just going to quickly sew my pants so I can actually wear them, because I think they'll go really great with these little croppy tops. Cool, so in terms of shoes, I am thinking of taking these guys because they'll probably pair the best with most of my clothes. So just a little heeled boot from Pick and Pay Clothing. I also think it's always nice to have some sandals. I'm debating if these ones, also from Pick and Pay Clothing, are gonna be quite nice to just walk around in, especially by the pool. I also have these guys, but they do feel a little bit fancier. They're from Woolworths, but they could also really work with a lot of the outfits that I have. I think I'm just going to go with the black ones. Those are the options. I'm going to pack a lot of sneakers, so I'm wondering if it's worth packing 2 pairs of sandals or just stick to sneakers and boots and those sandals. So I don't think I'm going to take these guys this time. I think I'm rather going to take these as an extra pair of sandals. I kind of use them for the bush. So yeah, let's pack. I've also so long just added all the socks, a lot of fuzzy socks that I find will keep me warm. And then of course, my pride and joy that I take with no matter what holiday it is, I just feel like it keeps being the most versatile thing in my cupboard. And these little Uggs, I wear them breakfast if I'm quickly going somewhere or around in and around the house. So definitely I'm gonna take these guys with. Okay, so moving on to some toiletries. I usually use this bag, which is a very nice toiletry bag for both me and Vike, and I'm just going to start packing the stuff that I know we'll need, but also I like to leave it just out for when we still brush our teeth and stuff before we leave. So I'm going to start packing this. So one thing I like to do is I like to pack little samples that I tend to forget about when I'm at home because I just use my normal products. So going on holiday, it's a nice excuse to try some new products. And the things I want to take with are this hyaluronic acid and collagen hair care shampoo. So just a little sample, 2 of those from Urban that I maybe want to try. So I'm going to pack that in. Something else, maybe if I feel like doing a little mask. I think this is a mask. Revitalizes hair conditioning treatment, so I assume it is a mask. After shampooing, wet hair, 3 to 7 minutes, and I'll just choose probably one of these. I'm only probably going to wash my hair once on this trip. It's Mark Anthony Grow Long. This is what I'm thinking of taking. And then if I don't use any of those, I'm quite interested in this. So a colleague of mine got this for me, very sweet of her. It's 9 seconds. Which is insane, because usually if you put a treatment on your hair or a mask or something, you have to leave it in for at least like, I don't know, 20 minutes for it to actually make a difference and seep into your hair. So this looked really cool and I'm quite excited to try it. Lamier Water, Lisaplex. So maybe I'll do that one on my little pamper night. So I really want to do a pamper evening. So what I want to pack for myself is some little under the eye masks, just for when I feel like I just need a little pamper session on holiday. And I'm also going to take my lovely gua sha, which is a metallic one, as you can see. So I'm just going to keep it in this little baggie. And usually when I'm using my gua sha, I use Skin Functional's retinol. And it just looks like that. So you can see I've like barely used it because I've been doing twice a week, every other week, because I'm not very consistent with it, but I know I need to be. It's just the sun factor really scares me. And we're going to a very sunny place, so I shouldn't actually be taking this and doing this, but the things we do for great skin. So I'm going to take these guys for a little pamper session. And then another product that I have used, but I prefer my face wash. But now that my face wash has changed formulas, I kind of want to, my face wash doesn't take off makeup like it used to. So I'm a little bit bummed about that. So I'm thinking of trying this out more properly. It is Catrice's Sensitive Gel to Oil Cleanser. So very few ingredients, looks like this. I think I'm gonna try it this holiday a little bit more. And then still looking at the skincare stuff that I maybe want to just put a bit more effort into. I've got the sample from L'Oreal. It's got Glycolic Bright Instant Glowing Serum. I have used it before. I feel like with these testers sometimes you can't really see a big difference because it's just one use. But this I feel was really good when I was using it, but now I've kind of forgotten about it and I see it expires in November, so maybe it's a good thing that I quickly use this Nivea Luminous Anti-Dark Marks, Anti-Dark Circles. I get quite bad dark circles under my eyes, so maybe this is a trip to find me just focus on skincare and get all the stress away and get really good skin. And then in terms of body skincare, I really want to use these Vaselines. I have been using them quite consistently. I think there's 1 or 2 showers where I just didn't apply anything afterwards. But it is CeraGlow, and I want to take the Even Tone and Moisturizer. I tend to put this on my arms and legs. And then there's the Stretch Marks and Moisture one, which I like to put on my bum and tummy and those hips areas that tend to get some stretch marks. So that is why I'm going to take both of these things, because I see they have different things. What's really nice about this one is that it has SPF 20, so I think this is going to come in really handy on these sunny trips. So packing both of these in. Of course, just packing my trusty old roll-on. I use the shower to shower sensitive care, just looks like this. So just going to pack this guy. Of course, I just have to take my little travel size Lysol water. So I'm going to take that and some cotton pads to remove makeup. But you can see this guy is on his last little drops. I don't even know if you can see inside there how little is left over, even this guy. But I've been loving it so much, so maybe this is the holiday where I finish it off. My face wash, I use this Eucerin Dermo Clean. It's the one that removes makeup and is for sensitive skin. Although I feel like the formula changed. It feels so much more watery than it used to before, or less concentrated. Like I remember previously, one pump or the little bit that I used to wash my face with is now not enough, or doesn't do the same. I don't know, the formula is just different and I don't know what it is. But Eucerin, please bring back your old formula. I don't know what you did. I've still got a little bit left of the old one, and I know the packaging is different, but the formula is also different. I don't know what it is, but I've still got a little bit left and I've been trying to save it as much as I can. I've also had to water it down a little bit, so almost the watered down version is what this one feels like. So that's why I'm starting to think something changed in the formula, but I've been using this guy for years, so yeah, still my trusty one. I haven't found a better one in terms of formula and actual effectiveness on the skin, so definitely going to pack this guy in. And then of course some sunscreen, some face sunscreen. This is a SPF 50, so it's one of the highest you get, if not the highest. And then your standard boring stuff. I use Sensodyne, the cavity and sensitivity, because I feel like the others are just a little bit unaffordable, but I use this guy the most. So I'm going to pack in some toothpaste, toothbrushes and floss. And then of course standard, I know these lodges usually have soaps and stuff that you can bath with, but sometimes I just like packing an extra shower gel in case they don't have shower gel and they only have a bar soap and I'm not feeling a bar soap that day. So I'm packing this Oh So Heavenly Lavender Lather, just a little travel size, and of course my razor. I also love taking my own little shower poof so I can wash myself. And then something I've never done before but I wanted to do this holiday is a little face towel. That's because if I wear makeup and stuff, and places and lodges and accommodation usually has white towels, so I often feel a little bit bad if a little bit of makeup gets onto the towel, so I was thinking of just taking this. That way it's also just cleaner. I've recently washed this, so when I take off my makeup and stuff, I won't feel A, like it was lathered on someone's body just before, and B, I won't feel bad if some makeup goes onto this guy, so packing this too. Before I forget, also just packing a fragrance. This is Lady Million. Then essential, some tablet. I just got the roll-on one, and some itch cream in case anything bites you. I actually need to buy some more. This is all that's done. Some Antizan, and that just helps for any stings, bites, allergic reactions on your skin. This I use all the time because mosquitoes love me. So remember these goodies. Even in winter, sometimes the mosquitoes can fool you and you think it's too cold, but it's not. And that's that.